Pawn Stars was a popular reality TV show with a mixed cast. Three of the main characters were related to each other through 3 generations. The youngest is Corey Harrison, who goes by the name Big Hoss. My grandfather died and my dad is thinking about retiring, so Corey is going to take over the gold and silver pawn shop. Even though Corey is always a lot of fun on TV, he has been through some very hard times in his life. Let's look into the parts of Corey's life that aren't as well known and see what he's doing now. Corey Harrison became more than just a TV star because of Pawn Stars, but he became famous all over the world because of his skills, his charm, and his daily reality TV show at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. Corey was born in Las Vegas, Nevada on April 27, 1983. He came from a strict home and worked with his mother, Kim Harrison, in the business, and his father, Rick Harrison, being very involved, as well as his grandpa, Richard Benjamin Harrison, who also did a lot to help the business. The Harrison family was the show's stars, and the audience quickly got used to their skills and charm, which proved they were related to the pawn shop business. Yes, Corey did have 5 brothers, and the pawn shop was a big part of his life. Pawn Stars showed how good Corey was at getting people to bring in things to sell, and how good he was at negotiating with owners. He could talk about history and antiques on the show, and it also gave him a chance to go through different problems in his personal and professional life. The rise of the gold and silver pawn shop is similar to how Corey went from being a young worker to a TV star, which began in 1981 when Corey's grandfather opened a Las Vegas store selling used coins. The business grew over time and became famous for selling gold and old things like antiques. The History Channel saw how popular this show was and decided to air Pawn Stars in July 2009. After that, the show was a hit, making the Harrison family famous on TV and becoming a favorite reality show. After Corey pushed for a bigger part in the family business in season 6 of Pawn Stars, things got worse between him and his dad, Rick. Because Corey didn't have much power in the store, he asked for a 10% stake in the gold and silver pawn shop and said he would quit if he didn't get it. This showed that he wanted to be a leader and was impatient to get there. It was hard to make the choice when Rick and his father, Richard Benjamin Harrison, owned the shop together. They have a successful business and want to move in together with their families. After a lot of thought, they gave Corey a 5% share with the chance of getting more later. This deal let Corey show how valuable he was while keeping the business safe. When Corey said yes to the offer, it was a turning point for him. His share has probably grown since then, which shows that he is becoming more important in the shop. Rick still has the most votes, but Corey may increase his stake in the future. The way the father and son sometimes fight and sometimes work together shows how the goals of a family and a business sometimes overlap and sometimes are different. Since gold and silver swap shops are becoming more and more popular, more changes and improvements are likely to happen soon. Corey's rise from a young worker to a key figure in the company shows how family businesses change over time and how to balance personal success with the success of the whole group. In the time that Corey has been running the business, he has shown great qualities in getting things done. This became clear when he chose to hire Chumlee, who is very good at finding talent and building relationships. As seen on the television show, Chumlee was only 21 years old when Corey first noticed that she had leadership skills. He worked for Harrison for a while and then became a member of the Harrison family. Many people really liked Chumlee because he brought his own style and nature to the show. Corey's impact went beyond the pawn shop. He brought the Harrison family into other types of media. In a fun split, Corey, Rick and Chumlee showed their silly side by appearing as themselves in an iCarly episode called I Lost My Head in Vegas. The three of them started a game show called Pornography on the History Channel in July 2014, where they fought against other people in wit and trivia to stop them from winning cash and prizes from their pawn shop. This project gave them a new way to connect with their fans and gave their public image more depth. These actions not only made Corey's part in the family business stronger, but they also helped the Harrison family become more well-known in new entertainment areas. They have been very successful and well-known thanks to his mix of business and marketing knowledge. Corey has developed a wide range of impressive skills that go far beyond his TV outings. His skills include figuring out how much something is worth, spotting fakes, running many parts of the business like hiring and firing employees, and helping eBay customers. As the owner of Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, Corey is responsible for more than 30 employees and does a good job of balancing the duties of both a boss and an employee. The shop has done very well thanks to Corey's hands-on attitude. He is said to have brought in more things than any other worker, which shows that he has a good eye for finding good deals. But his journey wasn't all fun and games. When Corey was 19, he bought 5 fake Rolex watches by accident and learned a hard lesson. "I might have lost my job after losing a lot of money," Corey said, as he thought back on the event. "It was a hard lesson that I never forgot." Corey's thoughts focus on the radical change from barely getting by to becoming famous all over the world. Even though they've been successful, Corey is still determined to learn and get ready to take over from his father. He wants to continue the hard work and dedication that got them this far. His views show a story of hard work, personal growth, and the strong family bonds that keep them successful. On the show, he and his dad often disagree about what antiques are worth and how to buy them. There have been a lot of these fights, and Corey's grandpa, Old Man Harrison, is often involved. The stress goes beyond the goods and includes Corey's job in the shop. Rick thinks Corey still has a lot to prove, which causes problems. Corey, on the other hand, thinks he is being treated poorly, making their friendship more difficult. These problems show how hard it is to work with family when there are a lot of things at stake. It's clear that Corey wants to take over the shop, but he has to deal with these tough situations, which shows how hard it is to balance personal goals with the demands of younger generations. What do you think about the porn stars' fight between Corey and Rick? The bond between the father and son had problems that went beyond their disagreements. At his heaviest, Corey, who was known as the fat guy on Pawn Stars, weighed 402 pounds. His health started to suffer because of this weight. So in 2010, his doctor gave him medicine to avoid diabetes. Corey changed how he lived because he was afraid of getting diabetes. He saw a clinic that did lap band surgeries on the way home from the doctor's office and decided to do something about it. As I pulled in, I asked, "What does it take to have the surgery?" I was pretty scared. Corey remembered that he had to use 4 credit cards to pay for the surgery, even though he didn't have much money. This was the start of a big change in his life. He made this choice to show how much he cared about improving his health and to start a new part of his life and work. The surgery went well, and Corey looked very different afterward. He lost 200 pounds after having gastric band surgery, which helped him lose 400 pounds. In the first 6 weeks, he lost 50 pounds. Over the next 12 months, he lost another 100 pounds. It's crazy how this changed. Admitting that his bad eating habits had hurt him, he agreed to get checked out and change his bad eating habits. He thought, "I could never go back to weighing as much as I did." Corey, for instance, started to eat healthier foods, watch her amounts, and drink more water. Getting trained was a big part of his workout routine. He and Corey used to spar 12 rounds a day, 5 days a week. He also started skiing again after stopping because he felt too heavy. He used to do it when he was a teenager. Another big step forward was being able to bend down and touch his toes again. This made him want to buy new gear and get back on the slopes. You made another good point when you said that the main character Corey changed on the inside as well as the outside. That showed he wanted to get healthy and busy. Today, this is the best model that anyone can follow because despite all the odds against change working, his persistence and dedication helped him become a better person and find more meaning in his life. What do you think about Corey's amazing plan to lose weight? In the same year, Corey was in another terrible accident involving a motorbike that could have turned out much worse. On his way to get party supplies, Corey had to turn and jump off his bike while going 40 miles per hour to avoid an accident that could have killed him. This sudden event made his motorbike spin very fast and break apart. However, Corey did not go to the hospital right away after this terrible accident, which cannot be overstated. He went back to this party instead, because he didn't want the accident to ruin his fun. Later, the cop who was investigating also got medical help and had surgery on his hand, where 8 screws and 2 plates were put in. Said that after such an event, he felt lucky to be living after being so close to dying. It opened people's eyes and taught them a lot by reminding them of how bad things can happen at any time and how important it is to be very careful on the roads. The accident did not turn out badly, thank goodness. Today, Corey is grateful for his health because he learned a valuable lesson and got stronger.